Hi, I'm Drane from Ray White 7 Hills, and welcome to my monthly market update. Now, as times get a little tougher, people's ears are itching for some good news. But my job is not to deliver good news or bad news. It's simply to give good advice based on up-to-date market trends. Right now, the best thing you can do if you want to know where property prices are headed is to watch interest rates. Let me explain. As the market continues to tip over into a buyer's market, there has been a further fall in the value of houses. In Sydney, in September, we recorded the biggest decline at 9% below the January peak. Values are declining, but the rate of decline has slowed for now. In the Sydney market, it has slowed from a 2.3% decline in August to a 1.8% decline in the month of September. One factor might cause a decline in property values to accelerate again, and that's those interest rates. The successive upticks in interest rates since May have been absorbed by the market. And generally, prospective buyers have priced in or factored in anticipated rises. There is no sign of panic yet. That's good. Be warned though, another succession of interest rate rises might see the decline in housing values continue. Just watch what the RBA do. The bright side is that inflation seems to have peaked according to economists. And if this is the case, the RBA might just ease back on further interest rate rises. We can always hope. But remember, where there's shade, there's light. There are good indicators as well. Auction clearance rates have trended upwards in September. There has been a healthy flow of fresh listings, even if it has diminished slightly. If you're thinking of selling, go ahead. Here's what you do. Keep your price expectations realistic and don't create a speed hump for yourself. Yes, a lot of prospective sellers seem prepared to wait out the current housing downturn, but for those who sell now, the downturn might be good news in a few months' time. Obviously, as buying back into the market might be profitable if you wait for the opportunity presented by lower prices and less competition. Keep that in mind and don't panic. Just watch the market. Prices are relative, and if current conditions continue, you just might profit even if you don't get your ideal price. There has been another improvement in other indicators. From the onset of the pandemic in 2020, a considerable buffer was created, and this hasn't yet wiped out. For that to happen, housing values would need to fall another 13.5%. Now this puts us in Sydney well ahead of Melbourne, which is only a 4.5% fall away from pre-COVID prices. Though there is a diminution of freshly listed properties, the good news is that there is no evidence of distressed sellers or panic selling just yet. If for some reason you are dreading further price falls, you might be happy to hear that the reduced flow of listings might actually be putting the brakes on price falls. Now about those listings. While the flow of new listings is slow, overall inventory is holding firm. Total advertised stock is actually 7% higher than it was last year. This might mean there is less demand, but the important thing to remember is that the stock is still there. There are properties for sale and plenty of them. For renters, the news is also good. The rate of rental increase has slowed, with September recording the lowest rate since May. The important thing is not to attach emotion to all these statistics. They are just data. There is always a context, and there is always a favourable statistic to counter an unfavourable one. Keep informed via channels like this one. Keep your eyes peeled, and remember, where there's shade, there's light, and vice versa. I'm Drane from Ray White 7 Hills, and one thing's for certain, I'll be seeing you on this channel same time next month. See you then.